We should be live. Yep. Okay, grab that link, close that, and post. Oh, cool. It shows the new chat revenue feature. That is very interesting. Very interesting. One second. Just messing around with something. Do that. Okay. We're live. It's tweeted out. Everything looks good.
Why is review in the title of the stream?
That's a great question.
All right. Cole doesn't want review in this side of the stream.
I just asked.
Well, I guess we'll be giving a
I don't
brief
know what we're
summarization.
reviewing.
I mean, we'll be kind of summarizing what
I don't
we
care
thought.
if it's there. I was just curious.
I mean, it will be a
Golly.
review of 2024.
That's true.
You know, so here we go. Okay. All right. Ooh, what is this doing? This is weird. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Nice. Pick a goal. This goal would be one super chat. All the color. Choose the super chat colors that count. Teal and higher. All the colors. Set a timer. I don't even know what that means. Oh, that's for a goal. Okay, got it. Wicked. All right. That is so cool. Okay, I was just figuring out how the super chats worked, you know, understanding them. Pretty cool. All right, let's do this. Now, fellas, ready?
Yep.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Three Idiots Talking Podcast. We are finally here with our 2024 end of the year wrap up video. This is going to be our top 10 songs and albums of 2024. Obviously, 24 had a lot of music that came out this year from a lot of big and known artists. So there is going to be some very interesting opinions. There was also a lot of music that came out this year that was that blew up. Like a lot of artists blew up, like Sabrina Carpenter, Charlie XCX, and a whole lot of lesser known artists that sort of hit their big stride albums of the year. We had a lot of stuff happen this year. It was very big musically at the very least. Coldplay dropped, one of the bigger artists. Kanye dropped twice. I mean, just to name the rap, Eminem, Tyler, Kendrick, Dre, Snoop. I mean, we had a whole bunch of artists drop this year. And so it's a lot of artists drop, and it's going to be a fun little wrap up. We're going to give you our top 10 songs to start with right now. So without further ado, boys, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's start with Noah and just run down your list. Starting at number 10, your top 10 songs of 2024. Number 10.
Are we just running down the list or are we going back and forth? It'd be more suspenseful to go back and forth.
Yeah, let's go back and forth. Let's do that. I like that. Go back and forth. So Noah, you're number 10.
All right. At number 10, I had End Song from The Cure's album Songs from a Lost World.
And
that was a heck of an ender for the album. Had a It was pretty much probably the perfect way to end maybe what is their career. Long song, great song. I think it's very memorable. I think it deserves a spot on this list, in my opinion.
Well, I can tell you from all the Cure fans talking to us that it is not the end of their career. They plan on doing tours the next 2 years, and they'll drop another album in 2028. That's when they plan to retire.
Wow.
So far from the end yet. Far from it. All right, end song, The Cure. Cole, you're number 10.
My number 10 is called Continuum 10 by Nala Sinefro off of her album Endlessness that came out this year. It's the closing song off that album.
You were going to have to spell her name for me, my friend.
Nala
N-A-L-A.
space
Space.
Sinephro.
Okay, sure. So Continuum 10, Nala Sinefro, correct?
Some very, very pretty ambient jazz going on that album. And I think she probably, on that album at least, peaked with that closing track. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
All right. So my list is obviously very rap oriented. As we all know, it's my favorite genre. But that being said, I did venture out this year far into other genres, more so than I ever have, mainly in part due to this podcast, so I appreciate that. But my number 10 will be sticking with rap, and we have Euphoria, Kendrick Lamar. Probably ignited, or one of the biggest reasons of the... I should have said Euphoria, Kendrick Lamar. I give this one a 9 out of 10. This was probably the biggest jump starter for the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, and it was just an absolute dissection in the finest level of rap beef dissection you can ever have. And it was the Kickstarter that started off the next 4 to 5 months of just, or I guess it wasn't that long, but 2 to 3 months of drama between those two, and it was fantastic. All right, number 9, back to Noah.
Did I rate my last song?
I don't remember, but go ahead and rate it. End song.
Well, if I didn't, it's a 9.
All
Anyway,
right,
okay,
got
at
it.
number 9, I will go with Reincarnated by Mr. Kendrick Lamar.
Wow, okay.
Probably the best song on the album. Great storytelling. It's all around what I expect from Kendrick Lamar. And
Sure.
was hoping for the entire album.
Sure.
Still a good album. That is also a 9.
Okay. 9 out of 10. Got it. Cole, did you rate Nala Sinefro 1?
Yes.
Give it a 9.
9 out of 10. All right, fair enough. All right, Charlie XCX had OK1 this year. That's her name. Yes, Charlie XCX had Brett. We actually did a review on it if you want to go watch it. All right, Cole, you're number 9. Top songs of the
My
year.
number 9 is Man at the Garden by Kendrick
Man
Lamar.
at the Garden. Kendrick getting some early love.
Love the vibe of the song. Super chill, mellow thing going on, but still some fire lyricism.
Oh, yeah.
Super catchy. Absolute banger from K. Dot. 9 out of 10.
We expect nothing less. Yeah, so I mean, Noah, guess what, buddy? We had the same pick.
Oh, well.
Mr. Reincarnated, or Kendrick's Reincarnated, will also be my number 9. For all the reasons you said and more, I just love everything he did in it. I'm actually going to increase it to a 9.5, though, a little higher. But I love everything he did in it. I just love the bop to it, the beat. It was just so Kendrick and his absolute element. And man, do I love that when he gets into that. But everything you said and more. All right, back to you, Noah, number 8.
All right, I'm going to go to an album that none of you have heard, just me.
Ooh.
Some Father John Misty.
Oh.
A song called I Guess Time Just Makes Fools of Us All. Great song. Very big sound to it. Some good brass, great lyrics, great vocals. Exactly what I expect from Mr. Misty. I'm also feeling a 9 out of 10.
Sorry, I was muting the mic so the chat wouldn't have to hear my clickety clackety. That was by Father Misty, correct?
Father John Misty.
Father John Misty, 9 out of 10. All right. Well, we will just have to sit there and assume that that's a banger song because, yeah, as you said, neither of us have heard it. All right, Cole, your number 8.
My number 8 is, I don't think either of y'all heard this song. No, I might have, but I'm not sure. Defiant Tender Warrior by Charles Lloyd off his album The Sky Will Still Be There Tomorrow. Just some very pretty,
By who?
straightforward Charles Lloyd.
Charles Lloyd. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Super pretty, straightforward jazz music. Just a little 4.5 minute jazz banger. Just super pretty. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Jazz banger. I wish there had been more jazz this year. We could have talked about.
There was.
We didn't really do much on it this year.
Yeah, we didn't do much, but
Not
there
that big
was
an audience,
jazz.
so-
All right, fair enough. Okay, my number 8 is going to be my guy, Mr. Nim Nim with Houdini, his lead single of the year. He dropped it, and oh my lord, it was fire. I was on board from the second I heard it was essentially a change. I mean, it wasn't a fully changed. It was a new song, but same type of beat he used to have on his Slim Shady LP days. And man, did he just come out the gate with that new album absolutely on fire. I feel like everyone was on board with it. And yeah, this was a solid 9.5 out of 10.
Ooh, okay. You
Big.
could say he got it in his bag, bruh.
He did get in his bag, bro.
That song was awful.
You gave it like an 8 out of 10 when it came out.
Absolutely did not.
Okay.
I give it a 4.
No. All right,
Yeah,
Noah,
I
back
did.
to you. You're 7.
Alright. We're gonna go some lonely sinner here. I don't know how to say it. I still don't. I don't know if it's Philadia, I don't know. But it is a gorgeous song. Very nice little ups and downs, some very nice dynamics.
Yes.
Perfectly paced. Bit of a banger. I'm feeling a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. And yes, forgive us for not knowing how to say that title, but A Lonely Sinner. All right. Yeah, Philadia for whatever. It is an absolute banger. And also, if you haven't seen our review of it, it was one of the most recent one we did. We just uploaded. Go check it out. Cole, you're number 7.
I'm gonna stick with the same album that Noah did, but I'm gonna go with the song Storage.
Storage. A Lonely Sinner.
Just post rock, just some fantastic post rock on it. Great build, great what's the word I want? Crescendo, a lot of suspense being built. Sounds great. 9.5 out of 10.
Okay. 9.5 out of 10. So far, no 10s yet, though. No 10s yet. Very interesting. All right, my number 7 is going to be off of Tyler the Creator's new album, Chromacopia. We have Like Him. Tyler the Creator. This song was absolutely fire when it came out. This album I was super into from the very start, and this song just was one of the absolute best that he put out, and in my opinion, the best on that album that he put out. I really struggle to find anything bad to say about this song because I can't, and I don't think there is. I think it's just a great Tyler at his absolute peak. He's got the storytelling, it's got the lyricism, it's got the instrumental, it's got everything I love about Tyler. But it is not quite a 10. It's a 9.5. Not quite a 10. All right, number 6, Noah.
Yep, we're making our way to the 9.5 out of 10 songs. We're
I've
going to
already
the
had
Jordy
Doritos.
Greek. We're in the Greek zone.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the song "Through a War." Amazing little tune here. Great lyrics, great storytelling, great instrumentation. Quirky as always with Mr. Greep. A heck of a tune.
As always, he's got one album.
Hey, the Black MIDI stuff's pretty quirky too.
They're a quirky bunch.
Quirky.
So yeah, 9.5.
9.5. The first one from Noah. All right, jumping up to Cole, you're number 6.
My number 6 is going to be the song Patterns by Laura Marling off her album Patterns and Repeat.
Patterns.
Gorgeous little
Marlon.
singer-songwriter, folk song. Super pretty, great lyrics, very pretty vocals. Very wholesome stuff going on that whole album, especially on that song. 9.5.
9.5. I hope, is it Marlin like M-A-R-L-I-N?
M-A-R-L-I-N-G.
L-I-N-G, Marlene. Got it. All right, my number 6 is going to be another song off of, another song off of GNX. Sorry, I cannot remember.
Oh, okay.
We have Whacked Out Murals, the first song off of GNX by Kendrick Lamar. I was so ecstatic when this album came out, and this song, I didn't know what really to expect from him after his whole beef with Drake, and this song just punches you in the face with its just tone, the instrumental, and the way he's rapping, and he just comes out with this dark energy, and he brings this very sort of like upbeat vibe to it after a while, after the song commences and you get into the rest of the album. Perfect way to start out the album, and this will be my first 10 because I do believe that is a 10 out of 10 song. Mr. Kendrick with Whacked Out Murals. All right, it's time to go to the top 5. Noah, your number 5 song of the year.
I don't know if that many 10s came out this year, but all right. We're going back to the grape. We're going back
to the grape.
well. Yeah, we're going to go with a song called As If Waltz. An absolute heater. Storytelling, great. Instrumentals, great. Changes around a lot. Got some good guitar work as well. It's my boy at his absolute peak. Not the best song, but he is very much at his peak during this album. Yeah, that song's also 9.5.
9.5 as well. All right. Cole, your number 5.
My number 5 is going to be a partial title track off of A Lonely Sinner. We're going with Sinner by Sam LRC, however the hell you pronounce that name.
2 songs off of A Lonely Sinner in your guys' top 10. Interesting.
I only said one.
No, I'm sorry, Cole's top 10. Very interesting.
Some super straightforward post-rock, which is not a term that gets thrown around a lot, but that song really gets to the point and then it hangs around there. Just an incredible crescendo throughout most of the song, really, with some great guitar playing on top of it. Yeah, 9.5.
9.5. So far, no 10s from Noah or Cole. All right, my number 5. The first non-rap song in my top 10, we have What's the Rumpus by Jack White off No Name, his album that came out this year.
It's your song off that album.
It is my song off that album. God, do I love it. It is so great. I do think this is a 10 out of 10 song. This one was the funnest song off that album. It had the hardest guitar tone about that album, and Jesus, I re-listened to the whole album last week, and What's the Rumpus just goes so fucking hard. The album is great. I think the album's it might even be a 10, and we'll talk about that later on come top 10 albums. But holy shit, is it just a fun fucking banger from Jack. It sounded like White Stripes era Jack White come back again. He just let loose on his guitar, full blaze into that tone, and just went crazy on the vocals. All of it great. 10 out of 10 for me. One of the reasons I fell in love with that album as soon as it came out. Also, if you haven't seen, go check out our review of that album. All right, Noah, you're number 4.
All right, number 4, we're going to go some Godspeed.
Ooh.
Give me some of that Babies in a Thundercloud.
Babies in a Thundercloud.
That is one of the best Godspeed songs in like a very, very long time. Like the parts they wrote were just more ear-catching, harder hitting. The tones they had were amazing. The builds were fantastic and led to parts that were equally as great. 9.5.
9.5. Wow. Noah only believes at maximum, there could be 3 10 out of 10s. And we don't even know if he believes that. So, very interesting from Noah. All right, Cole, you're number 4. And yes, Ice Roo, it is a banger album. No Name is. You're correct. You got it on vinyl, too. That is fucking awesome. All right. Cole.
My number 4 is gonna be my pick for hip hop song of the year. I'm going with "Reincarnated" by our boy Mr.
Hip hop song of the year. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a cool category right there. I like it.
Amazing lyrics.
Yep.
Probably an even more amazing flow from Kendrick. One of his best flows since like maybe T-Pab on that song. Great instrumental, ton of energy, just pulling out all the stops, going absolutely crazy.
All true.
Fantastic song, absolute banger. 9.5.
9.5. Both of you holding off on the 10s to at minimum your top 3. Yeah, Reincarnated is one of his best songs. It's one of the best songs on that album for sure. I totally agree. Top 3 off that album easily. All right, my number 4 is going to be off of GNX. We have The Heart Part 6. I fucking love this one. It is my favorite in the Heart series by Kendrick. I thought it was an excellent addition to it was sort of because Drake made a song called Heart Part 6 during their beef, and I thought it was a great sort of response in a way to continue the Heart series and also rebuttal Drake's diss Heart Part 6 song as well. And it was Kendrick doing what he does best. It was storytelling. It was lyricism. It was written so beautifully. He was telling us incredible. I mean, all the Heart series does this perfectly, but this one to me was peak because there's also that little slight element of subliminal dissing in between this incredible storytelling he's doing. That's a 10 out of 10 for me. And my favorite of the Heart series. All right, Noah, your top 3 starting at number 3.
I hate to be a bit of a broken record and keep going back to the new sound, but gonna have to keep doing it.
Going back to Gordy Greep again?
Yeah, I'm feeling some Holy
Holy,
as the third best song.
Holy.
Yeah, that is a insanely catchy song. Amazing guitar parts, just really weird progressions, moves around a bunch. Very fancy, nerdy little song musically, while still being like a very catchy song with some interesting lyrics to it. Nice little banger, Jordy. 9.5.
Oh, still not worthy of a 10 though from Noah. Only potentially 2 10s in Noah from this year. Maybe. We will see. All right, Cole. Your top 3. Number 3.
My number 3 is going to be very reminiscent of Noah's 4, considering it's the same song.
Oh.
"Babies in a Thundercloud" by
there we
Godspeed You Black Emperor. Probably their best song in 12 years, honestly. The builds, because there's like 3 of them in that song, are amazing. The guitar work is fantastic. Just the notes that they're picking to play are fantastic. The riffs are all great. Just packed with emotion in these incredible crescendos that just have so much, I guess, I don't know if energy is the right word for it, but just it feels incredibly immense and powerful.
The energy is the right word.
Just absolutely gorgeous song. Incredibly intense song as well. Yeah, 9.5.
I would also accept vibe. 9.5 though. Still no 10s from either Cole or Noah. Wow.
You give out 10s like it's candy on Halloween. So.
I really don't. All right, my number 3, we have the best song, in my opinion, off of GNX, "Man at the Garden." The almost instant to me, best song I thought off of GNX. I personally thought this was like, as soon as I heard it, I thought Reincarnated was going to be the top, and then I heard "Man at the Garden." I was like, oh well, there you go. It's Kendrick doing his what he's known for and what he's peak best at in his career. It's pure lyricism, pure storytelling. He's not going on this incredible, angry flow. He doesn't build up tempo. He just tells you this boom, boom. It was very T-Pab-esque, where it's just, telling you this story, getting it out, putting it on the paper, putting it on the mic, and then laying it all out on an incredible instrumental perfectly well done, and I have nothing else to say. It's a fantastic 10. Beautiful song. Perfectly well written. All right, Noah, you're number 2 of 2024.
All right, we're gonna go back to that Lonely Sinner.
My God, it makes
yeah.
its second appearance for you as well.
Yep, I am feeling that storage.
Oh,
I am feeling that. What an amazing song right there. Again, amazing builds. The quieter parts are beautiful. The heavy parts. Maybe my favorite guitar tone I've heard on a song this year. Absolutely chunking away. Sounded amazing.
Fucking metal guitar in there.
That was awesome.
That was unexpected as fuck.
That's what helped it be so good. The drums were really good as well. I am feeling a 9.5.
9.5 out of 10 for Lonely Sinner. That means Noah might not even think there's 110 this year. Might not. Wow. Could be. Let's see if Cole will continue the tradition. Cole, you're number 2.
I guess you could call this my ballad of the year. I'm going with the song Child of Mine off of the Laura Marling album, Patterns and Repeats. I think it's the opening track off the album. Some of the best lyrics I've heard in a few years. Like, they're just absolutely beautiful lyrics about motherhood and being a mother to like a newborn baby and just how much she loves this kid. It's absolutely beautiful, incredibly wholesome, with an amazing melody, beautiful vocal performance, great instrumental. Just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous song. Love every second of it. Great chorus too. I'm feeling a 10.
Oh, there it is. The first 10 for Cole. He does think there's at least 2 10s this year. There we have it. All right, my number 2 song of the year, and what I think had the second best rap verse of the year, is Fuel by Eminem, featuring Jid as well. I'll add him on there because he is a big part of this song as well. This was rap verse of the year when it first came out. Jid dropped an incredible verse on this song. The beat was hard as fuck. It was Eminem and Jid's one of the better verse rappers we have right now. And so when I knew Jid was going to be on the song, I knew Eminem was going to bring his all, and they both went off on this track. It was so good. A whole bunch of other rappers came in and remixed it along with it. It was called Rap Verse of the Year up until the next song, and we'll see that. But I love this song. Just 2 absolute lyricists going at it bar for bar. 10 out of 10. All right.
We should try and predict the number ones. I'm pretty confident about what Noah's number 1 is.
Go for
I
it.
think it's the I don't remember what the title is, but that like super long song off of the New Sound.
Oh, he's got a
the
smile
really
on his
long
face.
song
That's
off the
definitely
Jordan
it.
album.
That's
I
definitely
don't remember what it was called.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember the names of it. So I'll go with Cole's pick.
Go ahead, Noah.
All right. Yeah, we're going back to
you're
the new
number
sound.
one.
Yeah, we're back to the new sound.
It is.
We're going to the only song of any of the albums that came out this year that we rated that I gave a 10. We're going to The Magician.
There it
Boy,
is.
oh boy.
There we go.
Best song I've heard this year lyrically, musically. It is just a little roller coaster it puts you on. This is the best song that has come out of Greep from his solo stuff and Black Midi. It is easily for me the best song of the year. The only song of this year that I would give a 10.
Wow, the only one song Noah's given a 10 this year too. Absolutely nutty. All right, for Cole's number 1, it's a little harder because he's got some albums in here that I've never heard. He didn't give anything on GNX or Chromacopia a 10.
It's not gonna be on those.
No.
Does he have the balls to do some Mount Erie?
I don't know. I don't know what this could be. I really don't. He didn't seem super, like, there was no album this year where he was losing his mind over.
I'm expecting Nollis and Ephro. I'll just say that now.
I will say something off Gordy Greep because he has nothing on there yet.
Well, my song of the year is I guess you could call this post rock. My post rock jazz rock song of the year, which is also my award for song title of the year because this song
God.
title kicks fucking ass.
Oh,
I'm going with "Breaking Inertia" by Maruha
Inertia.
off
by-
of their-
You're gonna have to spell that.
unreleased like jam session that they recorded on like a phone in the middle of their studio.
Wow.
But this opening, like, what is it, like 28-minute long jazz rock, post rock jam session is just absurd. It's just this constant escalate of crescendos, and it's the performances are so insane, instrumentally and vocally at moments. It's absurd. I can't believe that people did that. Like, they just kept going, and I don't really know how. It was amazing. It's not even released on like Spotify. I think it's just on like YouTube and Bandcamp. It's unbelievable. I'm feeling an easy 10. I'm breaking inertia. What a title!
You have
Right?
to spell the artist because I have never heard of him.
Maruja.
Maruja. Maruja. Okay. I'll pretend like I've heard that song and heard that artist and ever heard of anything they've ever done before. All right. Well, can you guess my number one?
something by Eminem.
Okay, Noah's guess is something by Eminem. Cole?
I mean, it's gonna be a hip hop song because you said it was a hip hop song a minute ago.
I did.
Lord help you. I don't even think Carnival came out this year.
It did.
But Lord help you if it's Carnival.
Oh, it could.
I don't know. I'll say Carnival.
That or,
even
like,
that song isn't
Problematic.
good.
You're both kind of close, but neither of you got it. The answer is Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar.
Oh,
An absolute 10 out of 10 certified hood classic from the day it dropped. It is still.
Meet the Grams was better.
It is still. What?
I thought Meet the of the diss tracks. I thought Meet the Grams was the best one.
It was the best diss track, but this is the best song of the diss tracks, and this is the best song he put out, in my opinion, this year. This is incredible work by Kendrick. One of the biggest things Drake kept blasting him for was that he didn't make club songs. He didn't make things that were popular, played in the car, or people listened to. So what he did was made a song that Drake has never even come close to making, which was the biggest song of the year this year, outside of probably like Taylor Swift or something, and put hip hop and put himself at the top of every single hip hop and rap chart throughout the entire year. The first rap song to hit 1 billion streams this year by itself. No features. Everyone was dancing to this. Everyone knew the lyrics. It is the best song I had heard this year and put Kendrick right back at the top of my list of rappers right now. It was fantastic. Peak everything. He had the lyrics, he had the beat, he had the instrumental, he had the hook. He even had the people singing all different, the entire song, start to finish, which is something not a lot of Kendrick songs allow people to do because he's a very thought-provoking guy. But this one was just fantastic. Loved it, start to finish. I knew unless someone came out with an absolute banger, it was going to be easily the best song of the year for me. Okay, so that was our top 10 songs of 2024. Our number ones, we had myself with Not Like Us. Cole had Breaking Inertia by Maruja. And Noah has The Magician by Jordy Greep. Yeah, so let us know in the comments down below what you guys thought of our top 10 songs. And let's move on to the top 10 albums of 2024. Hola, buena noite. I don't know how, I probably butchered that. I'm watching live from Brazil. Hello, Vittoria. How are you? Welcome to the stream. All right, top 10 albums of 2024. Probably the more controversial one we will have for this video. I'm very curious as to what you two have as number one. I don't think
You don't know what Noah has a number one. I know what Noah has a number one.
I do not know what Noah has at number one. I do not think there is like a clear and obvious number one this year.
I think Noah would make it different.
I think there's about, to me at least, there was 2 to 3 that could really at any day given put up numbers for number one album of the year. But we'll see. Are any of the number ones better than the Lemon song? James Diamond, that's a fantastic question. And yes, they're all better.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Let's get into it. Top 10 albums of 2024. We will once again start with Noah. Your number 10.
Number 10, I'm feeling Endlessness by Nala Sinefro.
That's a good pick.
You're going to have to spell that artist.
Endlessness. Oh,
Nala Sinefro. I already said it earlier.
yeah.
Oh, Endlessness. Got it. Nala
All right.
Sinefro.
Yeah, some great ambient jazz. Had some cool like electronic elements mixed in at some point. Some good
Okay.
drumming as well from my boy Morgan Simpson and Black Midi. Big fan. Love you, buddy. I'm feeling an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Oh boy, starting even lower than we did on the songs. This is going to be... I wonder if there's a single 10 out of 10 album for Noah this year. I do. I really wonder. Cole seems to
I
believe
wonder.
there is. All right, Cole. Your number 10 album of 2024.
I'm gonna go with "Lives Outgrown" by Beth Gibbons.
Okay. I know who
Very-
she is.
Very nice little singer-songwriter acoustic folky album right there, by the lady from Portishead.
Yes.
Yeah, did a very nice job. Good songwriting, good vocals, really good lyrics. Feeling an 8 out of 10.
Also going an 8 out of 10. Okay. Interesting. All right, my list is kind of weird. I'm not going to lie. I'm all over the place. My songs of the year were mainly rap. This one, not mainly rap. I can promise you that. All right, my top 10 albums of the year. Number 10 is going to be Songs of a Lost World by The Cure. I had never heard a single Cure album before this one. I still have not heard another Cure album after this one. But
Yeah.
did we do another one?
We did Disintegration when we did the Rate Your Music Top 50.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. Anyway, yeah, Songs of the Lost World. I was very surprised at how good this was. I was not expect. I really had no clue what it was going to sound like, and I was very surprised at how good this was when I came into it. I bet one of these two has it in their top 10. I'm not going to guarantee it, but I bet I wouldn't be surprised. I think this is an 8.5 out of 10. It really shocked me. It put me onto The Cure. We have had a ton of requests for other Cure albums because of just, people appreciating that we appreciate that album. They're quite an old band, but they're still going on to this day, and they've been doing it for a long time, and to be able to still make music to that level is very impressive. So I was impressed. All right, Noah, you're number 9.
At number 9, I'll go No Name by Jack White.
Oh,
This was a pretty standard just blues rock album. Kept it
standard.
pretty close to basics, as basic
Pretty
as Jack White can
straightforward.
get. Yeah, very straightforward. Nothing wrong with that. That's just what it is.
Okay.
So
fun.
there's some nice little jammers on it. I mean, yeah, it's a good album.
Great
Very,
album.
a little quirky, as Jack White tends to be.
I love the quirkiness about it.
I'll give it an 8.
8 out of 10. Okay. Cole, you're number 9.
Number 9, I'm gonna go with "The Sky Will Still Be There Tomorrow" by Charles Lloyd. Just a very,
You ever picked an
guess
album with a relatively not weird ass title? Just asking.
I don't know what a weird title for an album.
Whatever.
is,
Keep
so-
going. Just keep going.
Pretty straightforward jazz album, but just done to a very high level. Got a lot of very pretty cuts on it. Very, very enjoyable jazz stuff going on there. A lot of soul in there.
All right.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. All right, my number 9. What do we got? Yes. I firmly believe this should be true, and this is not a joke. My number 9 album of the year is going to be Harlequin by Lady Gaga. Let that sink in for these two for a second. As you
That's
can
our worst
tell,
album of the year.
as you guys can tell, was the only
worst
one
album.
who appreciated this album.
You gave
when
it
we
like a
reviewed it.
6.5 when we reviewed it.
No, I did not give it a 6.5. I thought this album was severely underappreciated by these two. I thought it had a lot of really, really good remixes on it by Lady Gaga. I thought she did a lot of great covers of songs. She also had some originals on there as well. I thought she sounded pretty damn good. I've heard a lot of bad Lady Gaga, but this was one of the best things she's ever done, I've ever heard. I was very surprised by it. It was a lot better than I went into it thinking this is going to be fucking terrible. I've had zero good ideas about it. You know, I was like, this is going to be a 1 or a 2 at best. I was surprised. I was very surprised. Now, I'm actually going to rate this the exact same as the Cure album at 8.5. I think this was extremely underrated by us as a channel. I think Cole and Noah did not appreciate. Cole obviously was not going to appreciate because of the musical aspect of it, but I think Noah also didn't appreciate it just because he didn't like the covers. I think he didn't like the covers of it. That's fair.
I didn't like anything about it.
Well, you seem to really not like the covers. That's what you really seem to not like.
It was so bad.
I thought it was extremely underappreciated by us, and I seem to be the only one who felt that way. So I put it in my top 10 because I was very surprised. I've given a lot of credit when people surprise me and do far better than what I thought going in. And
much worse than I thought it was going to be.
Wow. Ryan, is it better than Led Zeppelin 2? Not quite, Diamond. It is not that level. Gaga is great. I don't know about great, but she had one good album. So I'll give her credit where credit is due.
I don't really have much of an opinion about her early stuff. I've never really listened to it. So maybe she's a perfectly fine singer.
Sure.
But good lord, the just style of music on that album
was great.
And the horrible. It was awful. It was
this is where we just flat out disagree. But that's okay.
Well, musical theater is the worst genre of music that exists. So
you are not a fan. You have made that abundantly clear.
It's so painfully cringy.
All right, Noah, your number 8 album.
Number 8, I'll go Songs of a Lost World by The Cure.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, this is just like a little gothic time capsule from 1980 dropped in this year.
Yeah, it was surprising.
It's full of good original sounding songs, good lyrics, good vocals surprisingly. Still got the creative juices flowing and be able to make some pretty ambitious stuff.
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
Impressive that they're still doing it to that level that long later on.
Yeah.
All right, Cole, you're number 8.
I'm gonna go with A Lonely Sinner.
Oh, Sam
LRC.
breaks the top 10 for Cole. Damn, okay.
A very, very solid, very good post-rock record that I hear a lot of potential in, and I hope that Samantha continues to be ambitious and make some creative and unique post-rock stuff. Because I think she can top it. I think she could do even better than A Lonely Sinner, and I'm excited to hear what she does next. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. And also, we just wanted to give a quick shout out to Samantha LRC for following us on Twitter and retweeting our video. Thank you. We appreciate it. All right, my number 8 album of the year. We have, and yes, I did go back and forth on this one quite a lot, but I had to settle on it just because of I still enjoy it to this day, no matter how much hate I get for it. Vultures number 1 by Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign, also known as, well, YS, whatever, Y dollar sign, whatever you want to put it. I love this album when it came out, and I have not really changed that opinion. I know he's gotten trash for Vultures 2. I know he has. I think Vultures 1 is still better. I really do enjoy Vultures 1. I think there's a lot of bangers on that album. I think it could have been better than it was, but I still, like, when it first came out, I gave like a 9.5. I still have this pretty highly rated. It's not that high anymore. It's an 8.5 for me, but I have it highly rated because I think it's got some absolute bangers on there that still to this day I enjoy listening to and I play all the time. So I think when you can withstand that much hate and still keep going months and months after release, for me at least, that's going to be high up there. All right, Noah, you're number 7.
Boring ass album.
Hey, Noah can't say shit because he liked it right at the start too, as well.
Yeah, and it aged like fucking milk.
No, it did not.
Oh, it so did.
And some songs have actually gotten better. Some have gone lower.
It's really, really rough. It's one of those boring albums in its discography.
No. All right, Noah.
Yeah. All right. At number 7, I'll go Chromacopia.
Ooh, glad to see at least made the top 10. I was hoping it would get your top 5 though.
Some nice high highs. Some Like Him. Some Thought I Was Dead. Some low lows as well. Like some Sticky. Or Balloon.
Yeah, there's a couple things there.
It was a mixed bag of an album. I think it's still a good album. I think he did a pretty good job with everything for the most part, besides those 2 songs. Still nice to see him, pushing his own boundaries and seeing what he can do, and I hope he continues to do that. This is also an 8.
8 out of 10. So you gave The Cure 8.5, but this an 8.
No, I gave both of them an 8.
Oh, I thought you gave that an 8.5. My fault. All right, there you go. 8 out of 10. Cole, you're number 7.
I'm going to go with No Name by our guy, Mr. Jack White. It's grown on me a decent amount since it first came out and we reviewed it. Just really a straightforward but super fun collection of some blues rock and garage rock bangers. Some fun guitar tones, some great riff writing, some cool lyricism from Jack. Really catchy, really fun. 8.5.
8.5. All right, cool. Starting to get up there on the poll a bit. All right, my number 7 is going to be, now I think only me and Cole, A Lonely Sinner. The last album we reviewed before we made this video. This is by, of course, Cole, I mentioned it, Sam LRC. Shout out to her for following us and retweeting it. This was a surprise. This was a album request video that we had. One of our subscribers requested us to do it, and they specifically wanted to do it before we did our end of the year video because they thought it would crack into our top 10 some form or fashion, and they were right. Hugo nailed that because this one definitely deserves to be there. It was fantastic post rock. Some of the best post rock I've heard from somebody who is very young, only 20 years old, I think.
19.
Whatever,
20.
19, 20, whatever. Very young to be doing this good of post rock because it is not an easy genre to do, especially not well. I have heard lots of post rock now from Cole and Noah, who's showing me different albums and stuff, and this one was a bit more unique. It had different directions. It took it into different genres. It meshed a whole bunch of different things together. There's some flaws, like Cole mentioned, and there's some things she can fix, but overall, very good, especially for a very difficult genre and someone so young. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. All right, Noah.
Excellent is a great pick, Nathan. For number 7 here.
Nice one, Nathan. Great pick. All right, Noah, you're number 6.
All right, we're going back to the things that you two haven't heard.
Okay.
We're going to that Father John Misty. Good luck spelling this one. This will be a very fun time for you. It is called Mahashmashama.
Okay, I'm just
really good at
Google that. You keep talking.
Oh yeah, this is just. It's apparently might be his final album, and this is probably the second best album of his career. Some of his best songwriting in a long time. I like the way they mixed it. It was just like at points a very large wall of sound. The tones on the album overall were very good. The horns were great. Good vocals as always. 8 out of 10. 8
out of 10. Wow. We are cracking into your top 5, and you haven't even jumped up to 8.5 yet. This is it's gonna be either we're gonna have a massive jump soon, or this is gonna be a pretty brutal year for Noah album wise. We might not have any peaks here. That'd be pretty rough. All right, Cole, you're number 6.
I'm gonna go with Endlessness by Nahlas and Afro. Like Noah said, some very, very pretty ambient jazz going on with some cool electronic stuff thrown in there and some great drumming. One of the more consistent albums of the year because she just kind of finds this great sound and then just sticks with it throughout the whole album and pulls it off really, really well. Feeling at 8.5.
8.5. Man, both of you guys, not even. I mean, Noah still lower than Cole, but not even really cracking into the 9 jet. Very interesting. All right, my number 6 is going to be The New Sound by Mr. Jordy Griep. Apologies. Yeah, I had no clue. I spelled his name Group instead of Greek. There we go. I had absolutely no clue about this guy when we first did this album. I know he was part of a band called Black Midi before this, and this was a solo work. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know what to expect. And I was pleasantly surprised with how well it did, not only on our channel, but how well it did for me personally, because it was really interesting music to listen to, sort of a different genre than I had ever heard before, and everything about it was very unique to me. It brought me into, I can't remember the exact genre. Noah, you're gonna have to remind me. What is it real quick?
What genre is The New Sound?
Yes.
A lot.
Okay.
Art rock.
Yeah. Well,
jazz
okay.
fusion.
So that's sort of my point, is that I couldn't remember what the main thing was, because there's a lot of things going on in it. It's got a whole lot of different unique sounds that I'd never heard, a whole lot of different styles and different sounds that I had never heard. And I thought it was really well done. And I know Noah's a huge fan of it. It's a massive part of his top 10 songs this year. And man, it brought me into a whole different style of music. And I'm going to give him a solid 9 out of 10 for that, because I was impressed thoroughly. All right, Noah, you're number 5. Should be number 1. Damn, Basil. Okay, I see
Fair
you.
enough, man. I see you too. At number 5, I'll go Imaginal Disc by Magdalena Bay. Boy, oh boy. This was a creative little pop record. Probably the best pop album of the year.
Ooh, all right.
Like, very, very creative, very out there. Lyrics were solid. Instrumentals were probably the best thing about the album. Vocals were very odd, but I fuck with them.
Okay.
Besides that,
He fucks with
yeah,
him.
it's
Cool.
a banger little album. 8 out of 10.
8 out of, wow. All right, there's gonna have to be a massive jump up here for Noah. We'll see. All right, Cole, cracking your top 5. Let's go.
At number 5, I'm gonna go with GNX by our boy Mr. K-Dot.
Oh, he cracks the top 5. All right.
Getting hip hop song and hip hop album of the year for me.
Woo! I was wondering if you were gonna pick Chromacopia or GNX, but I guess we got our answer.
Definitely GNX. Just a collection of some absolute hip hop bangers. With some great production, amazing lyrics, great performances. Kept it really straightforward, but I think pulled it off a lot better than he had when he tried this sort of thing previously with Damn. I think he pulled it off better here. Oh yeah, feeling at 8.5.
8.5. That's a disappointing rating, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very disappointed with that rating.
That's a shame.
Yeah, truly is. Okay. My number 5 is going to be The Death of Slim Shady by Eminem. Coup de Grace, sorry. The Death of Slim Shady, Coup de Grace. Obviously, it's hard for me not to love an Eminem album, being my favorite artist. And this one, it really didn't disappoint, especially with the singles that dropped. I really enjoyed the singles on this album. I thought this album had a couple misses here and there. Just some things that were more of like for the fans and not for the general public. But one thing I really loved about this album was he did go deep into a lot of the stuff that he had been dealing with in recent history with his fan base and the critics and the media and stuff. He really dissected that and brought us to like an explanation on all that. So I really appreciate the effort he put into it. I think that this was, I said it when this album first came out, I think it was a fan album, and I think he did it for the fans, the diehard fans especially, and given that I am one of those, I really appreciate that. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. GNX grew on me really well, was bumping it all day yesterday. Yeah, it's a banger. I loved it from the start. It was fantastic. All right, Noah, you're number 4.
All right, at number 4, I'm gonna go No Title as of the 12th of February, 2024. 28,340 dead. Crazy title. by Godspeedy Black Emperor.
I'm just gonna write no title.
Yeah, just go no title. I said write the whole thing to myself.
Fair enough.
Boy, oh boy. Heck of a little comeback here by the Godspeed fellas. They are very amazing at creating this certain atmosphere, usually very unhappy atmospheres. And sometimes it's just nice to listen to that, ascend a little bit. And this album is an 8.5.
Wow, you bumped up a half point. Congratulations, Noah. Really kicking it into gear for your top 3, huh? All right, Cole, you're number 4.
Alrighty, what the hell did I put it for? Number 4, I'm going with Night Palace by Mount Eerie. A very good, very pretty, very somber, very introspective little folk indie rock record here. Probably my favorite release. I mean, my favorite release under the name Mount Eerie from Mr. Phil Elverum. You know, typical, almost Glow Part 3-esque. It was typical, just like beautiful melodies, great lyrics, and really unique instrumentals. 8.5.
8.5.
The Glow Part
The
3?
Glow Part 3.
That's that clickbait that you used for that video.
That is what I did, didn't it? I swear Noah said Godspeedy. You might have.
That
you
works.
might have. The GOAT, Basil. Damn. Big fan of Mount Eerie. All right. All right. My number 4 album of the year, and this one actually recently changed. I swapped this one and the previous album today, is Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish.
Oh my god.
What?
Yes.
Fucking why?
I will explain. This album came out towards the beginning of the year, and Cole and Noah might not remember this as much. We did review this, but they might not remember it. I was a huge fan of this album when it came out. I thought this was Billie Eilish's best work I had heard so far. I thought she nailed every single aspect of what she was, what she's done in her career with the. I don't really know what specific genre, if you want to even change it from pop to whisper pop or whatever you want to call it, soft pop, whatever you want to call that genre, but she nailed it. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it had great usage of instrumentals. I mean, we talked about the production from her brother multiple times on that album and how we thought it was really, really good and very, very well produced album, well mixed album. I thought that was probably her best album. I've heard 3 of them by now. That was the 3rd one. I thought that one was the best of all the 3 I've heard. I heard the 3 quote unquote best by her. And I thought she nailed this. It was one of the most popular albums of the year, and I think it deserved it. It also, now I gave Death of Slim Shady a 9.5. It's going to be weird to do anything lower than that, so I do believe I gave it probably a 9, but I'm going to raise it to a 9.5.
There's no way you gave that a 9 when it came out.
I think I gave it a 8.5 or a 9, but I have my rating since then has gone up as I've lived into it more.
Okay, I've never even thought about listening to that album again.
I mean, I have like over 3/4 of the album liked on my Spotify. It's very entertaining for me, mainly because I also like that style of singing she does. I just do, and the instrumental choices. Her brother was very good at it.
Okay. Whatever.
All right, Noah, you're number 3.
All right, at 3, I'll go with A Lonely Sinner.
Wow.
Over Godspeed?
Wow.
Over Godspeed, yeah.
Okay.
I'll take this one over Godspeed.
I don't know that.
There's a couple songs on the Godspeed album that are they're okay.
I'm sorry, Nathan.
I find this album more entertaining and enjoyable as a full listen through. Boy, oh boy, yeah, this thing is a mixed bag of emotions. It's very pretty at points, well, sometimes very aggressive. It's just like, I wouldn't even limit it to a certain genre, because it's just a variety of different sounds and emotions, and I appreciate that for it, and I'm looking forward to what comes next. I think that is an 8.5.
8.5 out of 10. Apparently I ruined Christmas for Nathan. I'm so sorry for my opinion. Very deeply sorry. Haven't actually heard that one. Yeah, Basil, you should give it a listen. She's a very unknown artist, I would say, but give her a listen. Sam LRC Very cool that she retweeted us, and album is great. Album is definitely great. We haven't heard the rest of it. Maybe we'll go through it. We'll see. All right, Cole, you're number 3.
Number 3. I'm gonna go with the album that had my number 1 song on it. I'm gonna go with The Vault by Maruha.
Okay. I'm gonna have to remember.
Really just a collection of jam sessions from this band that are just absolutely wild, especially with like Breaking Inertia, considering how great I think that song is. But like the rest of the album, I mean, it's long as hell, but like the rest of the album has some amazing moments as well. Just it's really just these crazy ass post rock, jazz rock jam sessions, but I dug the hell out of it. I was a huge fan. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. All right. All right, my number 3 is going to be Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator. I think Noah had it. There it is. Yeah, I mean, I was super hyping this album when it came out. I knew based upon the first couple teaser songs that he gave us, the Noid song and the teaser trailer he did, all that stuff, I knew he was going to be in his element for this one, and he absolutely delivered. I think Noah was right. There's maybe 1 or 2 misses with Sticky and the other song that he mentioned. Outside of that, I thought this was pure Tyler Creator at his absolute best. He was blending his really passionate, like, sort of sneak dissing, but also being sort of really in your face with his creative style. He's a very creative person, and he likes to show it off and express it in very different ways. So I thought he was in his element. He also brought a lot of energy to it. It was a very energetic album, especially at different points. And he also brought the softer side on a different couple songs. He had a lot of creativity. And for me, that makes this a 9.5 out of 10. Nah, it is worth it. And it's gone up because I've kept listening.
Solid, but it was decently inconsistent. 9.5 is crazy for Chromacopia.
Uncle Ryan ruins Christmas lunch not by discussing right-wing politics, but by explaining his top 10 albums of the year.
Well, he's got some really rough picks on it right now.
No, I'm just straight heat. You guys just can't.
You have the worst album I listened to this year in your top 10.
What? Oh,
Lady Gaga was the worst album.
Oh my god, you need to stop talking. All right, Noah, you're number 2.
All right, at number 2, I'm gonna go with Night Palace by Mount Eerie.
Boy,
oh
that's a good
boy,
pick.
this was a heck of an album. This Mr. Elverum really pushing his musical creativity. Like, there are so many different ideas that go on through this album, yet I feel it is still a very cohesive listen. He did an amazing job, as always. Been becoming a very big fan of his, but I've been a fan of this album since it released. I'm feeling, once again, an 8.5.
Wow. We're going to get to number 1, and Noah hasn't even gotten a 9 yet. There is probably not a single 10 on Noah's list.
I think he's just going to skip the 9.
Wow, all right. All right, Cole, you're number 2.
My number 2 has been mentioned by Noah on his list already, but it's going to be No Title as of 13 February, the Godspeed You Black Emperor record. I mean, definitely their best album since at least fucking Hallelujah Don't Bend Descend. Just some amazing post-rock on this album. Some of the best crescendos in their discography, arguably. Listening to it right now, and it hits super hard. The songwriting is fantastic, the pacing is incredible, and it's got some of the best moments in their discography. I'm feeling a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Cole barely in the 9s too. We will see if he takes that giant leap up to a 10 out of 10 this year. All right, my number 2 album has already been mentioned by Cole, is GNX by Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, I mean, this album was a surprise album. It unfortunately dropped when I was away, which is just so typical of our channel. And when I listened to the whole thing, it was straight fire. It was everything I wanted. It was Cole kind of said it best. I thought it was actually a mix of his whole discography in a lot of ways. I thought it sort of started, maybe not Section 80, but it sort of started at the beginning with, you know, all the different albums that he's gone through, all the way up to Morale. And I thought it had a blend of almost everything in different ways and different songs. But I do think it was more so to Damn focus, whereas you got the more commercially available songs on this, the more marketable songs, but they're done in a better way than Damn did in a lot of ways. Even though they probably won't be as popular as Damn was, they're more entertaining to listen to in some factors because they go more into the lyricism. He switches up flows. He does different things on different songs to add to the entertainment factor, and I just love that. So this album for me is a 10 out of 10.
Even Kendrick a 10 out of 10.
I'm giving Kendrick a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Okay.
I am giving it a 10 out of 10. Howard, no matter how crazy it might be, we still love our family. There you go, Nathan. Surely a 10 for the new sound from Cole. We will see.
I think
All
you're
right.
pinging the wrong person there, Nathan.
No,
I think you nailed the ranking and rating, but not for me.
Has
I
to
think
be.
it might be for somebody else here.
All right, can we guess Noah's number one album of 2024?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Taken.
the new sound by Jordy Green.
I have noticed a lack of Jordy Greep on here. I'm pretty sure we all know it. But go ahead, Noah. Is it a new sound by Jordy Greep?
It is indeed
Oh,
the new sound by
there.
Jordy Grape.
There we go.
This thing is amazing front to back. There's not a single skip on this thing. It is.
Okay.
I have never heard an album like it. It is
Wow.
so amazing.
Wow.
Lyrics are amazing. Vocals are amazing. The ideas are out of this world. The guitar playing is fantastic. It is such an immense upgrade from Black Midi, while Black Midi was already an amazing band. This is easily album of the year for me.
Easily.
And I think when we get to 2030, that this has possibility to maybe even be album of the decade for me.
Wow.
I am feeling a very strong 10.
So we did take the royal jump, a 1.5 on one album.
No nines this year.
No nines. Noah said, fuck all that. Ain't even close to it, bitches. Get better with your shit. All right. All right, Cole. Let's see. Can we guess Cole's number one? What is he missing? He does not have Jordy Greep either. Jordy Greep either.
It's not happening.
Do we go back to back?
It's not happening.
Not happening?
I was a little disappointed, and I know it's not happening.
I don't know what it is going to be then. He doesn't have Godspeed. Oh, no, he does. He just did it.
He does.
I'm just missed it.
I'm surely forgetting something. I'd be shocked if it was Laura Marling.
Just looking at his songs,
I'm just gonna go with that.
maybe it's Charles Lloyd, the Tender Warrior.
Yeah, I'm going with the Laura Marling.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Charles Lloyd one that I haven't heard. Cole, what is your best album of 2024?
Well, considering I put Charles Lloyd at number 9, it'd be weird if I had him on here twice.
Well, I mean, the Maruja one you already did, so.
My number one, Noah pretty much nailed it right there. It's gonna be Patterns in Repeat by Laura Marling.
Okay.
Definitely the most beautiful album I heard this year, with probably my favorite lyrics of any album this year. Very reminiscent of a lot of folk artists that I love, like a little bit of Nick Drake influence in there, I think. But just the instrumentals and the lyricism and the melody writing is all just absolutely beautiful. And there really wasn't a moment on the album where I wasn't, vibing with it. Had one of my favorite songs of the had a couple of my favorite songs of the year, and just definitely my favorite lyrics of any album this year. Feeling a 9.5.
9.5. So no 10.
If I was gonna throw an honorable mention on my list, I would throw the Jordy Greep as an honorable mention.
No
Thank
10s this year from Cole.
I feel like I should still
not one,
because the Jordy Greep was very good. I enjoyed the Jordy Greep.
It was good. All right, can you guess my number one album of the year?
I mean, he said Kendrick. He said Tyler. Fucking.
I'm not
Did
sure if
he-
he said Lonely Sinner. Did he?
Yeah, but we just did it, and he didn't give it a 10, and he already gave the Kendrick a 10.
I did say Lonely Center.
I mean, maybe he just really got super into the gods. And has he said Godspeed yet?
No.
I have not.
Maybe
It's
he
not
got
Godspeed, I don't
super
think.
into the gods. I don't know what else came out that he would be. Have we heard it? Are we aware of this album?
You are.
Plot twist, it's fucking gold.
There's 21 Pilots Clancy. That's it. No.
Oh, well, you surprised. Oh, by the way, where hold on before we get where was the 21 Pilots song that you gave a 10 out of 10 to when we heard the album? Where was that song on your list?
Things
Oh, is it
changed.
not a 10 anymore?
Things change.
I can't believe that you took away that 10. I can't
Things
believe it.
change.
No way.
All right.
I think he's gonna go Godspeed, I guess. Oh, no name. He's gonna no name. Jack White. That's what he's doing.
Yep.
Cole got it. It is No Name by Jack White. Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 album. This from the very start, when I was extremely surprised at how well I liked it. I thought it was his best solo. I think it's his best solo work he's ever done. I think it's you could put it up against the White Stripes discography, and this might be number 2 of all time, right next to Elephant. This is fantastic. The guitar work on this, I already thought he was a top 3 guitarist of all time, and this just proved it to me.
Okay.
I thought he was incredible vocals. I thought he had an amazing instrumental throughout the album. I thought his guitar tones were absolute heat. This brought it back to some of the White Stripes element, like White Stripes type of guitar tones that he's done, and also like songs like Fear of the Dawn and things like that. God, start to finish this album, and then plus, of course, the song I named as my where did I have it at? What's the Rumpus, of course, one of the best songs of the year that came out on this album. Just straight fire. First time I think I've ever had a #1 album of a year be outside of rap. That's how much I liked and appreciated this. And yeah, I put Jack White right up there with best artists right now. Just incredible work. Yeah, fantastic. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I had anything else better to say about it. Okay.
Like
Not even the best guitar
Third?
player on your list.
it's like the 3rd best album he's made.
You
I
talking
don't
about the
think he's
Cure's guitar player? Or Gordy Grief?
No, Jordy Grief fucking crushes Jack White. It's like close.
Jack White shit
I-
on that album.
Jack White is one of the best riff writers of all time. I'll definitely give him that title. Definitely probably a top 5 guitar riff writer of all time.
Well, for
but
fucking pure ability,
the top 3
Jordy
guitar
Grief
players of
blows
all
me
time.
out of
I
fucking
would-
water.
I really wish he had better guitar solos. I
Top
think
3
his guitar
guitarists of all
solo-
time, and he didn't even
Absolutely
need
not.
solos to do it.
That's
why
fucking-
it's
That's
so
not a
fantastic
thing.
about it.
Chris.
He
That's
had
not a
incredible
thing. Solos are
songwriting,
better than riffs.
Incredible songwriting on that album, incredible vocalization.
What does the songwriting have to do with his guitar playing?
Well, I'm just talking about this album. He brought it back to the White Stripes style,
guitar
but with keeping his new influences he's been using recently in his solo career.
I'm not arguing that the album was good. I'm arguing that he's not a top 3 guitar player of all time. That's ridiculous.
Well, that's an argument for a different day. I was just making
Well,
a
that's
blanket
all I was
statement. I was just making a blanket statement. We can argue about
he doesn't
that
have
another
the
time.
solo game for that title. at all.
Anyway, Lil Wayne is better. Okay,
Lil
Nathan, calm down, bro.
Train wreck of a guitar
All
player.
right. Well, anyway, that is our 2024 end of the year wrap up. To wrap it up, we had #1 songs from Noah, The Magician by Jordy Grief. Cole had Breaking Inertia by Maruja, and I had Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Noah, for albums, #1, he had The New Sound by Jordy Grief. The album #1 and song #1. Noah's a big fan. Cole had Patterns and Repeat, Laura Morling. No 10s for Cole, though, this year. And then I had, just like we all said, No Name by Jack White, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 songs, but
Yeah,
10
yeah,
out of
but
10
no
albums
10
are
out of
hard
10
to come
albums
by.
this year.
Hard to
Yeah,
come by.
this was an interesting year in music. We had a lot of famous artists and people who've had long storied careers drop. A lot of people, I think we had some new, people from former bands like Jack White and Jordy Grief drop solo works here. We had old artists like The Cure come out. We had, it was a long year of a lot of music from different genres came out. What would you guys say? 2024, was it a good year for music? What do you think?
I would say if I was to rate it out of 10, I'd give it like a 7.
7.
It was for the most part
Okay.
a positive year.
Okay, cool.
I'd say 7.5 to an 8 out of 10 year for music.
For me, this was a hip hop rap year, so I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 because all my favorite artists dropped, which is just fucking
It's better
awesome.
than last year.
It is better than last year, when none of my favorite artists dropped last year, and I was so bored. There was nothing last year.
This is a very, very solid year for music.
Yep, I think everyone
ups.
had across almost every genre, even pop. We didn't really mention much pop. I mean, there's a whole bunch of new pop artists that came out. We didn't do a whole lot of that, but I think every genre had big artists drop, and it was a pretty good year for music overall. And I think most people
No
be happy.
Brat.
No Brad. I know there's
No
going to be a
Brad
lot of people who are. I'm surprised Noah didn't have Brad in his top 10, considering he just sucked that album off like it was the last coming of Christ.
Oh yeah, if we were doing honorable mentions, that would have been number 11.
Really?
Yeah.
How close was it to Endlessness?
It was incredibly close, but I just fully listened to Endlessness today. Because I knew
so
that
you got
it was
recency bias.
No, I just knew that if I listened to it, it would be on my list. I just never got to it.
I'm pretty sure
That's
you gave
true,
Brad
Nathan.
like
That's true.
Shut up, Cole.
That album's awful.
I'm fairly certain Noah gave Brat like a 9 out of 10 when he listened to it. I'm
2022
even
probably
eight.
best this decade. Probably was best year for music this decade.
2022.
Yeah, that Black Country New Road, baby.
It was an okay year. Kendrick dropped. Tyler did not drop. It was an okay year. All right. Well, anyway, yes. Sorry, Nathan. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Hope you guys did enjoy our 2024 end of year wrap up. Our top 10 songs and our top 10 albums. Let us know your list, personal, down below in the comments down below. Leave a like down below. Hit subscribe. We have hit over 530 subscribers. We are going up so quick. We've also unlocked some features. So if you want to come watch us on our live streams, and it's pretty cool features that we'll start be rolling out more and more. And yeah, share the video with your friends. Tell people what you think it was. Follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, chat. We appreciate you guys coming out. We will be back in a short bit with another recording, another live stream coming back today. And I'm not sure how long. It might be an hour, it might be less, it might be more. We will see, but there will be another one. We will be doing our 500 subscriber album video. It is a very good album, so be sure to stay tuned for that one, and we will see you.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Okay.
Because it's literally just in the community notes. You could just go look at it.
Yes.
It's To Pimp a Butterfly
yes,
by Kendrick
you
Lamar.
can, or you could just not do what you just did. That would.
Or I could build hype for it.
Yeah. I would. Anyway, it's To Pimp a Butterfly. So if you want to watch us review and react to Pimp a Butterfly, stay tuned. We'll see you guys then.